So my question is an enthusiastic and cool. I'm not having a distress. I just am noticing, you know. And my question refers to the art of living
To
and
sorry?
a kind of the art of living.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And specifically, uh, I'm curious for navigation uh, out of this enthusiasm in this seeming transitionary period, or uh, uh, so I've been really fascinated with the truth, maybe 5 years, but I was always a mystic, from an early age, right? And so, but now there is kind of like a shedding of, I would, in a metaphoric way, I would call it a kind of shedding of relationships that I've cultured in the world, that are just kind of I don't know, they become exceedingly boring. Not to be disrespectful or to carry any judgment. I'm just trying to throw out some perspective about where I'm at, you know, and where I feel like I'm heading. There's a seeming trajectory. There's a going out of freedom from, and also freedom to. If I'm making sense to you, this is specific to relationships, uh, uh, which I I've just grown really bored in a lot of them, and also because I'm such a hermit, of sorts. I could we could say that I've been in a cave for a while, you know, but then that also is kind of become a bit of a bore because obvious reasons, So, I'm interested in perspective, maybe about. I realize there's no problem. There's no problem there, and there's no real journey. It's a seeming journey, and yet I feel this impetus of letting go, and at the same time, um, you know, uh, headed towards the community, my real community. And maybe that's a kind of a junction in a lot of paths. And so I'm just open if I've kind of given you any uh, groundwork, or understanding of where I'm at. You know, I'm interested more in the truth, and also being the truth to the people that God has brought into my life. And still, I'm not trying to cash out of my relationships, but I think the hurdle is more towards the hunger for community, with maybe a propensity to be solo, but I'm hungering, and I'm also bored on the one side, and I'm very hungry on the other side.
Yes.
And I love my friends, yes, all of my friends, everyone. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna unmute my or mute myself. Okay.
Yes. So do what you enjoy. if there are certain situations or certain relationships that are boring for you, then do the things that are not boring for you. There may be a period where it's not clear for you what direction you want to take, but what is clear for you is that there are certain relationships and certain situations that are not interesting to you, bore you, or they no longer, they have no life or juice or happiness in them or excitement in them. You don't need to continue with those things. Why? Why would you? Now it is a new guidance for you, which is your love for truth and your interest in community. Sometimes community can be disappointing too, you know. We may imagine something about community, but I like to think of community as being communion, that we are all communed, we are all communing as one reality, as one entity, as one consciousness. That's more at the depth of my being, what community is. So I am community, and I am in community because I am community. On that level, of course, on the relative level, you find yourself drawn. Actually, you will find yourself drawn more and more towards friends who resonate with you and with whom you resonate in a variety of ways around the truth, maybe around other activities, maybe it's around traveling or hiking or playing music together, whatever, but you will find a resonance in a certain direction. It makes perfect sense for you to remain open for this resonance and to invite yourself to enjoy, to celebrate, to explore these directions. They will arise to you for sure, because your journey, we're always in community, but your journey is going to sort of give less importance to certain relationships and certain situations and more interest in others. So it's going to be like a sift, you know, like a sieve that will separate some, that will discard, will not give much attention in certain directions, and the attention will be available in other directions. In my personal experience, lots of old relationships have dropped off. Certain family relationship and certain other relationships have fallen away. And others have appeared and blossomed and become significant. Tara and I, we live in Temecula here, and there are a lot of friends around Francis who enjoy, we have our love for truth and our friendship with Francis in common. We share that, and we there is that sort of community around here, and I'm sure that you're going to find your direction, you know, in life. Most important is to trust your inner discrimination, not to just follow old habits out of, I don't know, duty or out of habit or of obligation, to just, or out of I should do that, or what's going to happen to them if I don't. Trust your inner guidance, and don't sacrifice, don't disregard your love for truth and your direction, towards the exploration of truth for any relationship, for any reason that is worldly. Just maintain your uh, uh, your eye on the goal, as way of speaking. Your attention on the goal. Don't be distracted along the path, and your life will line itself up with your love and provides you with ample opportunities for friendship, for community, for exploration, and many challenges also that serve the purpose of deepening your understanding and provide you opportunity to live the freedom, the truth that you are.
Yes,